$250,000. That's how much this restaurant may have lost over the last 5 months because of all of the construction that's been ongoing here since the beginning of January. Now, last week we first showed you a 10-foot deep gaping hole that went right up to the front steps of Hogtown Smoke here. Now you can see there is a temporary cover, but a week later, and the sidewalks are still all dug up. This fencing went up just a couple of hours ago. Now tonight we take a look at the mounting pressure on the city to fix our streets and infrastructure without bankrupting local businesses.
When this construction project is finished, they're going to repave it, they're going to pack up, sweep the streets, and leave. They've left an economic disaster behind.
This was last week, a big hole forcing Hogtown Smoke to unexpectedly close down for safety reasons. Our cameras captured pedestrians walking a plank to the other side. Today, a big trench remains, creating obstacles for potential customers. A couple of times now, businesses have had to shut their doors to accommodate construction here. I'm told one restaurant had to cancel 45 reservations in one day because of an emergency water shutoff. And as we head into one of the busiest construction seasons of all time, the co-owner of Hogtown Smoke is getting organized on behalf of all small businesses.
What we want to do is start a movement that says, City Hall, when you dole out these contracts, let's set something in place, a contingency plan that says if it's a $10 million construction project and you're going to be there for 5 months, let's set 2 or 3% aside that's set strictly for small business owner.
Around the corner from Colburn Street, the construction chaos continues. Fencing, blockades, detours, and heavy machinery have all taken over Wellington.
Particularly at lunch, our sales have gone down significantly, probably by half. Like, we used to be full all the time, and now it's hit and miss.
Do you think that the city could do a better job supporting small businesses that are being severely impacted by the construction work?
Yeah, I think they could, and I would really love it if they did, because we're not making the money that we used to.
Right.
It's really affected my income.
According to Glenn, the current system just isn't working.
What the city says is that, you know, if you don't like it, call 311, file a complaint. 311 is just lip service. Or they say, you know, you can file a claim with the city.
To qualify for compensation, I'm told a business would have to prove its losses and that the city was in some way negligent. With Hogtown Smoke losing up to $50,000 a month, we did some digging to see how much the city has actually paid out in civil claims. Here's what we found. Between 2014 and 2018, less than $52 million were doled out over that 5-year period. The claims included injury, property damage, and economic losses. And every year, the amount got smaller and smaller. In 2014, $23 million were paid out. In 2018, only $2.5 million.
Doug Ford saying open for business. The mayor says we're always trying to help small businesses. The fact is no one really truly helps small businesses.
Now, Glenn tells me he does have a meeting set up with the area councillor, Kristen Wong-Tam, for next week to try and get his construction compensation fund on the radar at City Hall. In the meantime, he will be talking to Toronto businesses to try and get as many on board as possible. The city tells me that all of this construction is still on track to wrap up on schedule sometime in September.